Today, we're revealing the backstory of the criminals who murdered some of rap's biggest stars. Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke had one of the biggest waves of the late 2010s and blew up with the track Welcome to the Party, which was remixed by big names like Skepta and Nicki Minaj. But at the height of his success, Pop Smoke was gunned down in cold blood while on vacation in Los Angeles. On Wednesday, February 19th, 2020, news broke that Pop Smoke had been shot and killed in an Airbnb he was renting in Hollywood Hills. Around 4:30 a.m., 5 hooded men broke into the home through a second-story balcony and shot Pop 3 times during an altercation. At first, rumors began circulating that the murder was gang-related, as Pop had ties to the Crips. But it was later revealed that he and his friend had accidentally given up their location on social media in a series of photos and videos that showed the address.
Oh Lord, wait. Michael Mary. Billie Jean.
Killers were then able to find the location of the Airbnb online and figure out a way to get into the house. On July 9th, 4 suspects were arrested for the rapper's murder, including Corey Walker, age 19, and Keandre Rogers, age 18. 2 others were both minors, so their identities were not made public. A 15-year-old suspect later admitted to his cellmate that he killed the rapper over a diamond-studded Rolex, which they sold for $2,000. His killers are still awaiting trial, but Pop Smoke's death remains one of the biggest losses to hip-hop in recent memory. Lil Snoop. After signing to Meek Mill's Dream Chasers Entertainment, it seemed like Lil Snoop was about to take over the world. But before he could live out his dreams, he was tragically killed over a video game. On June 20th, 2013, Snoop was at a house in Winfield, Louisiana, where he was playing video games with a man named Tony Holden. Allegedly, they started making bets, and the game got pretty heated. Around 4 a.m., someone pulled out a gun and shot Lil Snoop. He died almost instantly at 18 years old. Holden was believed to be the killer, since he was the one Snoop was playing video games with, and he was quickly arrested for first-degree murder, armed robbery, and possession of a handgun by a convicted felon. But Snoop's own friend, Edric O. Stewart, was arrested a month later and charged with manslaughter as an accomplice in the murder. Ballistic evidence did not match the guns belonging to either suspect, so Tony Holden got 10 years for the gun charge, but was not convicted of Snoop's murder, and Edric was later released. And to this day, Lil Snoop's murder technically remains unsolved. XXXTentacion. X was one of the most popular yet controversial rappers of the 2010s, but he was tragically killed during a robbery gone wrong at the height of his fame. On June 18th, 2018, XXXTentacion went to Riva Motorsports and Marine Superstore in Deerfield Beach, Florida to purchase a motorcycle. As he was driving out of the parking lot, he was blocked in by a black SUV before 2 men in ski masks hopped out with guns. They demanded X give up $50K in cash and other valuables when a struggle ensued. During the altercation, one of the robbers shot X 6 times, killing him. Police arrested 22-year-old Derek Williams in connection with the murder after matching images from the security footage to his own Instagram. Over the next few weeks, they also apprehended 3 other suspects, 22-year-old Robert Allen, 22-year-old Michael Boatwright, and 20-year-old Trayvon Newsom. Investigators do not believe the robbery was random and think that Williams had been in a probation office on the same day as X earlier that year and spotted his car on the day of the murder. He then called his friends to plan the robbery. 4 men are still awaiting trial, although Robert Allen recently pled guilty to a lesser charge of second-degree murder and will testify against the other defendants.
Allen pleaded guilty. He will testify against his co-defendants. He is still looking at a possible life sentence, but hopes for less time.
King Von. King Von was well on his way to becoming a superstar before he was shot and killed during an altercation with another rapper. On November 20th, 2020, King Von was involved in an altercation with Quando Rondo and his entourage outside the Monaco Hookah Lounge in Atlanta. Security footage from outside the hookah lounge showed Von walking up to Quando and punching him, leading to a huge brawl between the crews. During the chaos, gunfire erupted, and Von was shot multiple times. He was rushed to the hospital, but pronounced dead later that day. Police reported that 2 people were killed and 6 were wounded during the shooting, and one of the victims who survived was the main suspect in Von's murder. They identified 22-year-old Timothy Leaks as the shooter, an affiliate of Quando Rondo, who goes by the name Lil Tim. After recovering from his gunshot wound, Lil Tim was released on a $100,000 bond and is still awaiting trial for the murder. It's still not entirely clear what caused the altercation between Von and Quando, but Quando is signed to NBA Youngboy, who was rumored to have issues with Von even before the murder. That night caused a major split in rap between fans of Chicago drill and fans of NBA Youngboy, and will go down as one of the most controversial moments in hip-hop history.